So you don't feel like you're making the weight loss progress that you should be on your weight loss journey. Let's talk about some factors that we can look at and maybe troubleshoot along the way to make it a little better process for you. First and foremost, I like people to really be meticulous in counting their calories, even just 3 to 4 days. It's going to give us a lot of insight on where your calories are coming from, how many calories are in everything you're eating, and how many calories you're ending up in a day. And from that, from your choices and everything, we can really take a look and see if there's anything just sticking out that's holding us back. I would say most of the time we uncover that it's liquids and dipping sauces that are really hindering weight loss progress. And so really I try and get you to basically try to not drink any of your calories. I do think protein shakes are fine, but in terms of like sodas or fruit juices or anything with calories, you have to be very careful because you can drink your calories very easily. And so even just 3 days of meticulous tracking, we are pretty repetitive in our food choices. And so that'll give us a lot of insight, even for long term. I'd like to see how many calories you're getting in a day and compare that to your basal metabolic rate, your total energy expenditure, and see if we need to lower it. Sometimes just lowering your calories by 100 to 200 calories can get you to start losing weight again. And then just trying to make lower calorie substitutions if we can find anything. I've had people say, I eat chicken salad for lunch every day. Shouldn't that be healthy enough? But then I have them measure out the amount of ranch they use, and it's over 400 calories. So then we switch to either another dressing or just a lower calorie ranch, and that alone can save 300 to 400 calories. So it's just little things like that may turn up. And then let's look at your activity level. The two ways to really lose weight is to either decrease your intake or increase your expenditure, the amount of activity you have. For health, I like people to try and get at minimum 8,000 steps a day. If you're largely desk bound and can only get 3,000 to 4,000 steps a day, then maybe we can incorporate 20 minutes of resistance training 2 to 3 times a week to help get you some muscle mass to help improve your basal metabolic rate. Activity isn't the thing that really drives weight loss, just because you have to do so much and it can be undone really easy just with poor food choice here and there. If I got up and ran 2 miles, I may burn 250 calories. And if I have 2 big old spoons of peanut butter for here when I come back, I can undo that. That's a calorie net negative at that time. I still got cardiovascular benefits from the running, so I don't ever want to discourage activity, cardio, resistance training, but just from a weight loss standpoint, it's not the thing that's really moving the needle. I do want it to be a part of your day, just 20 to 30 minutes where you're getting a little sweaty, a little out of breath. Try and go at a pace where you can speak full sentences, but you got to think about it. If you can talk freely, increase your activity. If you can't speak full sentences, you can go back a little bit and just find something you enjoy. And then if you're not doing resistance training, incorporating resistance training typically will help build some muscle mass and will help increase your basal metabolic rate and make it easier to lose weight long term. And sometimes I've just had people start implementing 2 30-minute resistance training days, and then they start losing weight again. So really, those are the two simple things just to look at and see if there's anything holding you back from either an intake or an output equation. Other things can limit your weight loss as well. If you're chronically stressed, it's just a time of your life where your job is very stressful and demanding, or moves, new kids, you're not getting good sleep, that kind of stuff. All of that is going to hinder weight loss, and getting your stress under control as best as possible is always recommended. And so, therapy and exercise can be considered as well. And then sleep. People who sleep 7 to 9 hours are going to lose much more weight than people who only sleep 4 to 6 hours. If you're well rested, you're going to have more energy for activity. You're going to be able to not give in to temptations as much. You may be able to push back on binge sessions compared to someone who is only eating 4 to 6 hours and they're just surviving, just trying to get by. Try and limit your alcohol. I have kind of two different personalities when it comes to alcohol. The medical side is that alcohol is essentially a poison. It provides no medical benefit or it provides no physiologic benefit. It only provides a real short-term psychological benefit, and then it limits your sleep. It's calorie dense. You're more likely to overeat while you're drinking, and it's just overall typically a net negative. However, I will say, I'm not going to sit here and say that I've never had alcohol or don't drink at times. So just within moderation, and try to not make it a nightly occurrence. If you're drinking nightly, go to every other day. And as you get better with every other day, go to only once on the weekend, et cetera. So just make small, consistent improvements along the way. And then, of course, lastly, we can adjust the medications. If we put you on a medication, we can increase the dose. We can change medications to see if another one's more effective for you. We can add little adjuncts to medications. The medications can be combined typically, and that's just something to discuss with us about just to see if there's anything else. Another thing to reach out for is if we need to check labs. Optimal hormones for men and women is going to set a good environment for weight loss. So if we are lacking in thyroid, testosterone, or anything like that, then we can help get those optimized to make you feel good enough to start exercising and also help improve your metabolism. So those can limit weight loss, but of course, just keep us updated and let us know if we can help along the way.